Hello there, Miguel Martinez Suarez here, and I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to be here with you. I'm grateful for this moment, right? Just having the opportunity to be here, record a video on my iPhone, read this material that I've been exposed to. It's just a blessing. So, and have being able to teach you is a blessing as well. So, today I'm going to talk about Neville Goddard and his book, The Power of Awareness, and a specific case study. Okay, it's case study number 3 in his book. Okay, there's a chapter that's just on case studies, chapter 23. Okay, chapter 23, case 3. And I want to discuss this one because not only is it a really good example of how to use, the power of your awareness, the law of attraction, but it shows the basic principles, right, of imagination, okay, and assuming the wish fulfilled. Okay, it's a perfect example. Okay, this story, okay, this story talks about a young man who was in college, but he wasn't sent, but he was asked by his family to come back home to help with the family business because his dad was, you could say, fired from his business, right? So he was in a business with certain partners, and I guess things didn't work out, so they let him go. And he was one of the founders of the business, so it was a bad move. It was a move that would really put the family in a bad, like, emotional state, right? Probably financial as well, because you lose some income and you have to restart. So he goes back home to restart with his family, help restart the family business, and he made a committed decision that he was going to start visualizing to see his family succeed, or to see his family succeed. Okay, there's a point in time where he starts to visualize. Okay, he uses his imagination. Okay, because to visualize you have to use your imagination. So he starts to imagine that he sees his family's name, okay, business name on the biggest building, okay, in the city where the former business is located at. Okay, so it wasn't in a vengeful way. He just wanted his family to have that business, right, to have that location, okay, and because it's a landmark, it's a huge landmark, and it shows that you're successful. Yeah, okay. So he did that for 2 years, twice a day. Twice a day he would stop and look at that sign, and in his imagination he would see himself seeing the building, okay, with the name of his family's business, okay. And he knew that it was going to come into fruition if he had the desire. He knew that he could make it happen. Okay, he knew that he could make it happen. So he did this over and over and over again. Now, there's a point where the former business leaves. Okay, now the place is for sale. Now there's no sign of the family being able to buy it or get a lender for it. However, the day of the sale where people are going to be open to buy it, a man comes in and tells them, "Hey, I want to buy this building for you all because I've been watching you all of you, and I believe in your business," and things like that, right? So there was an agreement made with this man and the building so that they can prosper, and they got the building. Okay. Now, 2 things here. Okay, this young man visualized during the day. He didn't go into the dark room and close his eyes, and he was walking past the building. So in his imagination, you could imagine with your eyes open, or you're in your imagination, okay, and he would feel the feelings of already having it, right? So he lived in that consciousness. Okay, now here's the power of assumption. He assumed the feelings of the wish fulfilled, okay, in his consciousness. Okay, in his consciousness. So he did this over and 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 over again. In time, the things all fell into place. The business left. Okay, I'm not too sure if the business left or it fell. Right, it failed. And the big landmark building is open. Okay, because it's in the middle of the city. And a man comes and buys it for them. Okay. So this is how things work. Okay. Now another thing I want to share with you is that you can think and feel and move and walk to get your manifestation. Okay. This is moving manifestation. I did this a few times. I did this with my truck. I would ask myself, how do I feel now that I have this truck, right? And in my imagination, in my mind's eye, I would see the truck in my parking spot. Okay, at the apartment complex where I'm at, I would see in my mind's eye the truck there. So as I'm walking, maybe I close my eyes a second, but I know it's there. I can see it there, right? The truck is there. Okay, in my imagination, I ask myself, how do I feel now? I feel confident. I feel proud of myself for being able to do this. And so, boom, okay, got it. And that's also how I got a partner, right? A girlfriend. Although I'm not with her anymore, I would ask myself, how do I feel now that I'm with the girl, right? With the girlfriend. How do I feel now that I have this, right? I'm happy. I feel great. And so I'll just assume that feeling and things just happened, okay? Okay. I asked the girl out, we went out, we started seeing each other for a few months, and yeah, it happened. And I would do that too in that type of feeling. So, in that type of movement, okay, then I would. So, you have to think, feel, and move like the person. Okay, so in your consciousness, you're thinking, feeling, and moving like that person. Okay, but you're also walking in the physical. Okay, in the physical. Okay, so you have to assume that consciousness now. Okay, assume that consciousness and assume the feelings. Obtain those feelings now, and in time they will come. Okay, but you have to have that committed decision. Okay, you have to have that committed decision that you're not gonna give up. You're gonna keep on holding on to it until you get it. Okay, this young man in the book did this for about 2 years. And at the point where it looked like he was not gonna get it, something happened. Right, that man came in to buy it for them. Okay. You want to look at the details of exactly the case study, the exact details. You could check out that book, okay? Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard, okay? And I wanted to share that one because I shared this form of manifesting to my mastermind group, okay? So I was in the Bob Proctor coaching program. And we have to get a mastermind group and I've been in a mastermind for the last 3 years. I got into the coaching program in 2019, 2021, 3 years, and it's very powerful. Okay, and in this mastermind, I shared that experience with them, and again, I remembered this case study where Neville Goddard shares the story of that young man. Okay, who walks by the building and in his imagination sees his family's business name on the building, big and in bold, right? For 2 years. Okay, and he lived in that consciousness. Okay, so I want to take 3 major principles I want you to take away. Okay, 3 major principles. 1 is imagination. Imagine, okay, in your mind's eye. Imagining could be in 1 second. You close your eyes for a second. Or you could just in your mind's eye, okay, walk. But in your mind's eye, like, okay, my truck is already there. How do I feel? I feel proud of myself. I feel confident. Excuse me. Throat got dry. And then you do that over and over and over again, okay? In this case, a young man, he walked by, he's like, how do I feel now that my family owns this big building? I'm so happy, right? Or whatever the feeling, his feeling was. Doesn't matter. He was in that consciousness already. So as soon as you're in that consciousness, you are that person. Okay, so you feel like that person, think, feel, and act like that person. Okay, that's the power of assumption. Okay, assuming the feelings of the wish fulfilled. Okay, that's number two. It's the second principle. Okay. Number three, you have to have a committed decision. Okay, that this is what you're going to do. Okay, this is what you're gonna do. Not gonna change it. You're not gonna say, "Oh, well, I'm gonna change it now." Have the full committed decision. Okay, but sometimes, a lot of times, it's better when you're like at a very down point, or like a point where you're not feeling so good, because you know exactly what you want. For example, if you're incarcerated, all you're thinking about is freedom. Freedom. Okay? If you don't have a penny, all you're thinking about is money. That's it. You know? Or if you're single, or what have you, all you're thinking about is love and warmth, you know, another person's touch, or friendships, or being with people, you know, like those are the things that you automatically see, right? Because you know exactly what you don't want, so you know exactly what you do want, and you need to make that committed decision to get what you want, and you can do that by making the decision, the committed decision, and assuming that consciousness. Okay, assuming that consciousness. Okay. So again, I'm gonna repeat it again: imagination, assuming that consciousness, the feelings of the wish fulfilled, and making that committed decision, making sure that it's a commitment. You're not gonna change. Okay, you're not gonna change it, and it's gonna happen. It's the law of the universe. Okay, all things come from thoughts. Thoughts turn into images. Images cause you to have that ideal image. Okay, created by energy, by thought energy. You start feeling the way it feels to have that already, because you have it in your mind. It's there. You need to imagine. Okay. And when you do this over and over and over and over again, and it becomes a natural way of feeling, it's going to manifest. Okay. So I hope you like this one. If you want more resources, check the description below. Okay. And I also want to let you know that I have a new clothing brand called Defy Endurance. If you know a little bit about me, I love fitness. Okay, I love fitness. So this clothing brand is about defying your limits. Okay, if you're at a certain weight, or a certain amount of weight that you're lifting, you want to beat that limit. Okay, so you got to defy that limit. Okay, and you need to have, again, that persistence, that committed decision. Okay, that committed decision, and that takes endurance. Okay, so therefore, defy endurance. Okay, fitness, clothing. So that's something you look into, like, you know, trying out new clothes, good quality. Hit me up. I'll put my for now, I'll put my Instagram below, so you can reach out to me, and I can send them over to you, mail them to you, because these shirts are special. They're very, very good quality. Okay, so I hope you like this one, and until next time, thank you for being here. Peace. Go out there and get what you want. Let's go.